in this episode.
But just stupid crap like that. That's like kind of like ghetto gourmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You grab different things. Like when you're eating sausage and pancakes and you're eating your sausage and it's got syrup on it. You know, it's like an accidental, it's like discovering penicillin all over again.
Welcome. You're listening to PaleoCheeze Podcast, episode 26, part 1, the worst Thanksgiving food debate.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Chad Lutzke.
And I'm Jeremiah Bannister.
And dude, today we're doing another, just you and I hanging out, shooting from the hip. Is I saying that right? Shooting from the hip. Does that make any sense?
You is saying that right, Chad.
Yeah, I is. I
is I saying it right? Yeah, right. You is, dude. You is. Yeah.
I was hoping nobody would catch that. But okay. Yeah. Just don't rewind it and play it on loop.
Yeah.
So before we talk about whatever we're going to talk about, I do have a quick announcement to make. The people have been starting to get their limited editions of Wormwood. We had the hardcover that came out for 90 minutes. Didn't even get to share it, and that sold out. So that's nice. But people have been reading Wormwood, posting their reviews on Goodreads, and we were also able to announce that the Silver Shamrock edition of Wormwood will be out maybe by the time this goes live. I'm not really sure. December 16th. So if not, if it's not out by the time you hear this, then probably in a couple days or something. So
yeah, bro.
A book I wrote with Tim Meyer. We're really proud of it. And I hope that people go buy it. And if you've already read it, go buy another copy for a Christmas present for someone. And that's it, man. I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
Book.
Yeah. We're actually going to have Tim on the show, aren't we?
Dude, yeah, next week. It's so funny. I know him the best, pretty much. And I mean, I've been working with Tim for, close to a year, just, we've gotten close, we talk every day now, but, writing a book together, and he's the only final guy from the Final Guy podcast that has not been on here. As a matter of fact, we've had two of the Final Guys on here twice before Tim has even been on here. So,
yeah, but you're already at like second base with him because you've been writing with him for a long time. That's like a really intimate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, the best for last, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. The other ones are going to be like, what did he say? Yeah. The best one. No.
Yeah. The other guys, they're just foreplay.
Yeah, they're just foreplay. That's all it is. Yeah, it's going to be a whole bunch of fun, dude. I'm looking forward to it, man. I look forward to all of the guests that we have. Are we watching? Have we decided like what movie we're actually going to see?
I mean, we're looking at. You gave us 3. We're looking at one. I think that I've been wanting to see, and you said you were interested in seeing. So,
yes,
we'll see if that's the one. I'm down. I know Elijah saw it. He liked it.
Okay. So yeah, your son saw it. Yeah, I've wanted to, and people are gonna be like, "What movie is it?" And you're like, "You got to tune in. You're gonna have to watch it. We're not gonna tell you. It's a secret, man." But I've wanted to watch it. It's kind of a little bit gruesome, and I think that it's probably got a lot of social commentary. In fact, I don't kind of know that. I do know that because a lot of people it's kind of one of those movies that it can go in many different directions and result in awesome conversations. So it's right up the alley, man, for the show.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I am a little bit afraid that, we teased him. And when I say we, I mean the Final Guys and then me in the chat room. I like to pretend I am the 5th final guy that just shows up and sits in the corner and types away and tries to include myself in all of their shenanigans.
Yeah.
But Tim has really poor taste in movies. So, and he's younger than, I think any of the Final Guys. I think I'm old enough to be Tim's dad, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's like 36 or something like that.
You'd be pretty young, dude.
I'd be young. He might be 34.
Cranking it out at like what, 9 years old, 10 years old?
Yeah. But he,
Daddy Lutzke.
Notoriously bad taste in movies. I can't figure him out. He'll like a really good movie, and then he'll not like. Dude, here's an example right now, and I may have brought this up. Tim's not a fan of the Blair Witch Project, but he loves Blair Witch 2.
No,
So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like somebody not liking The Shining, but liking the second version.
That's Tim.
What?
He doesn't like Kubrick's Shining, but he loves the piece of crap, steaming hot pile of garbage Mick Garris TV miniseries.
It's like, dude, that was awesome.
Nobody
man.
likes.
That was really great. Hey, man, it takes all kinds of people, man. You know, the world's filled with people with really bad taste. It's just it's part of reality, man. Yeah,
there has to be some deep level of nostalgia or something.
Yeah, exactly. There has to be. Maybe you saw it on a date or something. Or
no, he probably saw it from his crib.
From his crib. It's his earliest childhood memory. Yeah. Oh man. And you're like, oh buddy, that's not good. Yeah, that's unbelievable. But he actually picked decent movies.
Yeah. I think I actually have never heard of at least one of them, and I haven't seen all three of them. So we'll see. And then if it's bad, we can just poke more fun.
That's kind of a rarity, though, isn't it? I mean, with you, we've had that, though. We've had that before where people, maybe brought up something and you hadn't seen it. But, I mean, you've seen a lot of the movies that people bring up because it's your jam, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have we done one where somebody gave us something and we just didn't like it?
That we didn't like the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Have we? Well, I mean, you've given a movie. What was the movie you gave? You did not give it a very good review. And the guest that we had really liked it. And I was close to his rating on it. And you were like,
probably Evil Dead 2.
Maybe Evil Dead 2. Yeah, but there's something unique about that with you because Evil Dead is such an important movie for you.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and because so that makes sense. But no, I don't think we've ever had
when Evil Dead is the only Evil Dead that exists, and it's your favorite movie, and then Evil Dead 2 comes, a couple years later. Yeah. It's really hard to to like it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But I don't think we've ever had a movie that somebody's said that encouraged us to watch that we selected.
Yeah.
There may have been ones that if we would have watched, what was the clown one that it was really rapey. I can imagine that maybe, I don't know, maybe we'd have liked it.
Blaine Cook from The Accused gave us a list of 3 movies, 2 of which were pretty rapey, and we didn't pick. Yeah. I don't think that he, I think that he may have chose movies that he didn't know because he had never seen. Because when we were talking to him, he hadn't ever seen Cemetery Man. He was just, he Googled some stuff, found 3 that I think he never saw and thought interesting. So instead of grabbing something that he liked that he wanted to talk about, I think it was just like, hey, I've never even heard of this. Let's dig into this. So, which
I honestly, dude, I kind of thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was something, like it goes back a long way. He really likes these for whatever interesting reason, and he'd like to hear our thoughts on it. But that when you asked him, because you ask people, but you were curious about this one because it is, Cemetery Man. It's an interesting pick. Right. Mm-hmm. And you're when you asked him that, I wasn't expecting him to say that he had never seen it.
Yeah.
And that it was a kind of a random thing that, just looking it up and saying, oh, that looks kind of cool. Let's see. It sounds neat. Let's go ahead and do this one. And I think it took us off guard. We're like, well, okay. Really? Yeah. It's kind of a cool deal. And dude, speaking of that episode, dude, I don't know how this happened. That is our number 1 viewed episode of our show.
Part 2 of it.
Unbelievable.
Particularly,
yes.
I don't know apparently either.
Apparently there's a huge cult following for Cemetery Man. I don't know.
Or Blaine.
Dude, yes, of course. And honestly, dude, we know that's what it was. Blaine is the man. He was a whole bunch of fun. And part 1 with him, man, that was so, people may not know this, but we have our own preferences. We like the part, we always enjoy talking movies and stuff. And sometimes the movie portion's like ridiculous fun where we can go in a bazillion directions with it and it's a total blast and everything else. But the first part of every episode that has that is typically our favorite part. Like, we just love just the time where it's because there's no structure at that point. You know, it's not structured like, okay, well, we're following this and we're talking about the movie. It's just, what's up, dog? Just hanging out, having fun. And the first, I like that one so much, and it probably was obvious, which was kind of weird because I didn't know him. I knew very, very little about him at all. And he was a major hero for you, is somebody going way back, you know, that you looked up to and everything. And here I am. Anybody who watches the first part of the last episode, they're going to be like, Jeremiah was asking a lot of questions. He was really fascinated by all of these things that he's doing, and you know, pre-prohibition era drinks and stuff like that, and all these questions. And I could have asked him questions for hours, man. It was really cool.
I could have talked more on cooking and taken some notes and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I saw it in my feed recently. I saw it was one of the suggested videos or something like that. It was either a suggested video or I saw it. I forget where it was, but I saw it and I'm like, there he is. I'm like, dude, look at him, man. He's cooking. He's in his kitchen, dude, rocking it out. Yeah. Actually, good camera quality, actually. You know, because I didn't know what because you know, I don't think he was using his special camera for the show. I don't know what he was using. Yeah, I'm not sure.
We weren't worthy of that.
I think he broke out his iPad for the show.
Yeah,
you know, but he had a great.
You got to use a potato for that one.
Yeah, he just set up a potato and waved a magic wand and it started recording. But no, but the video in his kitchen, you know, the lighting was nice, everything was really cool, and I was like, man, dude, I gotta follow that, man. And because you guys just talking about the spices and all that, which that kind of inspired me a little bit to think of something I wanted to bring up with you today, man. It did. Because because I know the show's not going to come out until after Thanksgiving. Yeah. But we're recording it before Thanksgiving.
Right.
And, you know, and I'm a Thanksgiving guy. I like all the holidays. Although I don't really put a lot of emphasis on Easter when it comes to the food, you know, because it's a lot of sweets and stuff. And I like cake and I like pie, but you know, I'm not going to eat tons of it. But dude, Thanksgiving, bro. Like Thanksgiving and Christmas and the hangover on New Year, those are days where I will just mound down ridiculous amounts of food. And I like the different kinds. You know, I like food around Thanksgiving, but so I was thinking I want to ask Chad, because Chad's he's a food guy. He cooks. You know, he really likes mixing and matching flavors and stuff, and all of this. And I thought, I wonder what his thought would be, man, about this particular topic. So I was reading this article, man, and it's over at eatthis.com, and it says at the top, eat this, not that, with a red exclamation point. So these people are really serious. And it's by, what's her name, man? Rihanna Belomo is her name. And it was titled 17 Worst Thanksgiving Sides Ever Created. And I wanted your opinion, right, on these things and see what you think, you know, because you're our resident food expert, you know, that we've settled that.
Right?
Yeah, you're the resident food expert for the show. I mean, we have a lot of people looking up the show thinking it's about PaleoCheeze. So we really ought to start throwing bones at these people and saying, you know, cheese with an S. And they're like, well, I'm not seeing anything about PaleoCheeze. So I thought, you know, we should do this. So you're nominated.
But it's not cheese with an S.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's a mistake. So we're getting all of these people who are coming for the wrong reason. And I thought we could at least throw them a bone. You're our guy. I've nominated you, and I've also confirmed the nomination, and it's official. We don't even need to second the motion.
Team, huh? Okay.
Yeah, one-man team. I'm judge and jury, bro. I'm judge and jury with this. So you are the resident food guy. For the show, you know, but these are 17 things. And I thought, you know, what's your take on this, man? Like, well, first of all, do you have any opinions as to what would not be good for Thanksgiving?
Anything that has hot dogs in
it. Anything.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, dude, I've seen some horrendous stuff where it's like, they'll take a pack of hot dogs and mix in gelatin and throw it in the blender. Or just slice up hot dogs, put it inside the gelatin and stuff, dude.
Dude, no, that's bad.
No,
when you're describing that, I can only imagine like the look of it being like head cheese.
Yeah,
head cheese. I've tried so many things in my life, but I don't know if I've ever tried head cheese and I don't know if I want to.
I don't remember. I think I have, but I don't remember what it tastes like. I think it was one of those things where I was at the store and I saw it, and I've done this before with like a cow's tongue, where it's like, whoa, okay, sold, and I just get it just because it's like a cow's tongue, and then I remember I cooked a cow's tongue with a friend of mine and we ate it and it was not good, man.
Yeah.
Of course, we like boiled it or something, and it was very tough.
Oh. Isn't that lingua? Don't they call that? Because I think people can buy like lingua tacos. So here's this lady though, right? And she's talking about all the 17 worst sides. So these are sides, right? And she has on here, and I'll start at 17, right? Because she starts at number 1. Let's see, number 17, boiled Brussels sprouts.
Those are those little cabbage things, right?
Yeah.
I can't stand them. I don't have a palate for that kind of thing. Like even cabbage, I'm not I'll eat sauerkraut if it's mixed in with like I can't say that because I don't really eat sauerkraut now, but I remember when I was a kid my mom would make it but with kielbasa sausage, and if I was going to have sauerkraut, it's not like I dove into the pile that was on I wanted the sausage in it, kind of like to hopefully dominate the taste. But cabbage, I just and Brussels sprouts, no way, man. I can't stand them.
Dude, it's funny you say, to swim, because I actually swim in a pool that we fill a couple times a year with sauerkraut. It's a tradition in our family. It's gone back many generations.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's a Bannister family tradition. They're like, what are you doing? You're like, oh, this is when we swim in the sauerkraut. Yeah. So, okay, number 16, creamed spinach.
Is there something in it?
She's saying, adding gobs of butter, cheese, and cream.
I was going to say maybe cream cheese or something in there.
Yeah. Parmesan.
Okay. I don't know that would be that bad.
I think it would go good with turkey, man. I would dip turkey right in.
I don't know. I don't know what that would go with. Maybe even steak.
Okay, how about this one here? Number 15, cranberry relish.
Dude, that actually sounds good, but I don't know what I would want that on because cranberry has that real tart flavor,
Mm-hmm.
So what would you even? I don't like maybe a cream cheese bagel. Put the cream cheese on a bagel and smear a little of that cranberry on there.
Dude. But now I'm getting hungry. We got to do a mukbang show sometime. You're like bringing up these ideas that I'm thinking, man, I'm smelling the food upstairs. My kids and my wife, they've been watching the Gordon Ramsay stuff.
Yeah.
And now they want to be chefs and everything. And so, which is great because they're cooking in the house now. Originally, they're like, oh no, that's just what mama does. And I'm like, you need to cut that one out. Stop saying that for too long. You got to get involved. Oh, hold on. Oh, and see, look at this, man. They brought down my coffee.
Ice cube's already melted.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but they're upstairs, dude. They're making cinnamon rolls, dude.
Mm.
And so I'm like fiending for it. But cranberry, I like. And she's all really elitist and hoity-toity about this, saying, and pairing them with green apples doesn't help that case. Plus, no one wants to spend the time grinding them to a pulp. Literally. Like, really? This lady is really upset about that. So, okay, number 14. How would you pronounce this? Potatoes au gratin?
Yeah. Au gratin potatoes, yeah.
Au gratin potatoes?
Of course.
Dude, she's against it.
Oh, these are things that you cannot serve.
These are things that she's against. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. I thought it was just okay. Okay, then let's back up.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Let's ignore the Brussels sprouts because those are the devil. The relish. Dude, quite honestly, I'm one of these guys who like, I mean, you could ask my kids, man. They're like, we don't have any food. And I'm like, if we've got cheese and bacon bits, I can make a sweet meal.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Because you can put both of those in anything.
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
And it's going to be awesome. And this is no lie, dude. I make this thing. My kids are older now, so they don't fall for this kind of thing. But I do this thing called a BBB. And it's a bread ball with bacon bits. And all it is, dude, is you just rip the crust off and you palm the bread and you fill it with bacon bits and you mash the crap out of the bread. So you've got this tight roll with bacon bits inside, and then you just take little bites like an apple, like a little apple, and then or you can throw some cheese in there or something. But just stupid crap like that. That's like kind of like ghetto gourmet.
Yeah,
Where you just, you grab different things, and I said that to say this. With the turkey, if you spread some of that relish on a slice of turkey breast and took a bite, I don't know that would be that bad. It's kind of like it's kind of like the potato chips at a picnic when there's a pickle on your plate and the pickle juice hits those chips and you're eating them and you've got a whole different kind of flavor. Or like when you're eating sausage and pancakes and you're eating your sausage and it's got syrup on it. It's like an accidental. It's like discovering penicillin all over again.
Yeah, they're like ketchup on chicken.
Yeah. I mean, ketchup can go on a lot of things.
Yeah, ketchup, dude. People don't like it. Or how about this one, dude? How about this one? Fries and a Frosty.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Yes. Fries and Wendy's Frosties, dude. I am like hooked on it.
The only thing you don't want to do is depend on the Frosty for when you get that lump of fries in your throat, when you've been eating a bunch of fries and you need like water or pop or something like that. You don't want to rely on
You're like adding to the joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, that's real bad. Oh my gosh. So okay, but I'm down with the thing about the potatoes. I'm thinking, it's not always the best. I guess it depends really. If maybe, for example, if there's bacon and cheese in it, that might be the secret though. There's bacon in it,
au gratin potatoes.
Yeah,
but to me, it sounds more like they don't want to sway from tradition. Like if you're going to have potatoes, they have to be mashed, kind of thing. You know, it's like, well, they're potatoes. What's the difference? Well, you can't do that because tradition is that we have mashed potatoes and fill them with gravy.
Yeah, I get it. But it's tradition in our family. In fact, I don't even know if we do a tradition of mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving for us. It is those potatoes, nice and crunchy, kind of on the top, darkened and everything on the top.
Yeah.
So okay, number 13, and this is maybe one that I would agree. I don't know where it would fit. Mm-hmm. Soup.
Yeah, that one kind of doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, some clam chowder. Like, what are you gonna do?
It's just the inconvenience of it,
Yeah.
You got 12 other people sitting around you. You're trying to get all the space on your lap with the, plate of like 12 different items on there, and then you've got a bowl of soup. It just doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, any kind of soup. I think the only one that I could imagine if they brought it out, and I'd be like, I'll have a cup of that. It would be that French onion.
Okay, because okay, maybe you could just drink it.
You could drink it exactly. Yeah, dip the turkey in it, and then you've got number 12, wet stuffing.
Well, maybe I don't know what wet stuffing is.
Yeah.
Isn't that just the stuffing that comes out of the turkey rather than just doing the stovetop and then, usually you do the stovetop and then you stuff it in the turkey and you get it out. And sometimes it's soggy.
Sometimes it's soggy.
I guess I don't know what wet stuffing is.
Well, okay. So imagine that there's only two kinds of stuffing. There's wet stuffing, which is like the mushier kind. And then there's the breaded stuffing that's loose. So it's like crumbly stuffing. I don't like crumbly stuffing, man.
Oh, no, you don't?
No, I don't like the texture, dude.
Well, okay. Well, okay, let's say you're making stovetop stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
And just to go with your chicken meal, okay? When you're done cooking the stovetop stuffing, would you consider that wet or dry stuffing? It hasn't been in the turkey.
It would probably, I don't know. Some of them in the process of making it, it's almost like the stuffing's fluffier, and it's almost like a bunch of balls. You can, if you tried to push it together, it'll still crumble apart.
Yeah.
And then there's other ones where the texture of it's like chili. You know, you can like smush it together.
I don't know that I've had that.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's my favorite kind. That's my favorite kind. So this lady was really bothering me when she said that. I was like, you know, I can deal with almost some of the stuff that she says. Definitely the soup, you know, but this, she lost me, man.
I will say this: stuffing, and I'm going by like traditional type recipe, like stovetop, anything that tastes like stovetop stuffing. Every year when we make it, I'm like, we're making more of this. This is one of the best things in the world. Why is it eaten once a year?
Yeah.
It seriously is one of the best things in the world.
Yes.
Stuffing. I mean, you know, you could eat just like, what are we having for dinner tonight? Stuffing.
Everybody would cheer.
Yeah.
Everybody.
But so why don't, and I say it every year, but I don't do it. It just sits in the cupboard.
I'm with you on that, man. And whenever we do have stuffing at another event, because like my mother-in-law, she likes to make stuffing almost at any of the feasts that we have. So if it's Christmas, Easter, doesn't matter, there will be a side of stuffing. That's one of the things that she makes. And I always make sure to bring a huge freezer bag full home. It never makes it to the freezer. It's done in like a day and a half. I just go in there and I'm just eating off of it. I'm thinking, man, you know, to me, you know, that's almost like having, you know, some kind of thing from Dairy Queen. Some people are like, I love to go to Dairy Queen. I'm like, give me the stuffing pop. That's what I want. I want the stuffing ice cream cone. Just give me an ice cream cone, fill it with stuffing, and I will eat it, because I could eat it all the time, dude. It's
sugar cone or regular cone for the stuffing.
Yeah. Oh, for the stuffing, waffle cone, bro. Waffle cone stuff.
Those are my favorite cones, but I don't know.
No,
if you're gonna have stuffing in an ice cream cone, I don't know if I would want to sweeten it with the.
That's true. That's true. You need the bland one.
Yeah.
The ones that come out and they're always brittle and crappy.
Yeah.
And they come out of like the same kind of containers in the same way the Dixie cups do.
But the best part of the cone is the bottom, when it finally gets soggy and you get down there and
you eat it. You eat soggy or wet stuffing in a soggy cone. Oh, dude, yeah, I am down. We got to do it now. Dude. We have to have at least a picture, just a picture of it. So, okay, number 11. This is offensive. Ham.
I mean, if you're cooking a turkey, I don't understand. But if you just want to have a traditional, what, you think that turkey and ham should be served together?
Dude, yes, it's what a club is. Yes, turkey and ham, they go well together.
I got you.
They go well, and plus, to be brutally honest, man, turkey is a tricky thing with me, man. Like, I don't like it because it's so easy to overcook it to where it's a little on the dry side, and dude, I can't deal with it, man. And so I don't like it. But they're my favorite kind, and I wouldn't care however this thing played out. I love this kind of the way that they cook it is deep fried turkey. Deep fried turkey. Well, then again, deep fried anything. You know, deep fried Oreos. I don't know if I've had those. Those are delicious. I'd like to have deep fried pancakes. I'd like to try that someday. You know,
I mean, I don't know that I wouldn't call it deep fried, but once in a while I will make pancakes with the oil so that they're crispy around the edges, but they're not like deep fried.
Yeah,
but yeah,
we do deep fried turkey, bro.
Yeah. Is that because you don't want to make it to Christmas or what?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I've only had it twice. Because it's a risky business, man. You got to put that turkey in that, you know, cooker, in that deep fryer. And you know.
The ham, if my wife likes to cook the Thanksgiving dinner, I would not, you know, hey, honey, do you think you could also cook a ham for us?
Oh man, but I like it because it's also got the pineapple and the cherry. Like, it's, you know, people put pineapple and cherry on it, and it's
sometimes,
like, yeah, sometimes. Okay, number 10, cooking through macaroni and cheese.
Well, here's the thing, I've always hated homemade macaroni and cheese.
What?
I think it's disgusting.
What?
I like Velveeta shells and cheese, you know.
Oh, okay.
Or Kraft.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know. I mean, or maybe I've just never had the proper recipe for a good macaroni and cheese that legitimately tastes like good cheese. Unless they use nacho cheese in the homemade macaroni and cheese. That might
that's blowing my mind.
Throw some jalapenos in there.
Oh, dude, that's blowing my mind right now. The nacho cheese concept. And you know what? I think you're actually blowing a lot of people's minds right now, because as far as they've ever known, and they could even imagine, that the powdered cheese is in fact the most authentic way to make it. And Velveeta, dude. Velveeta is maybe, and I'm a cheese guy, dude. I am always gobbing down cheese all the time. But the thing is Velveeta by far my favorite ever.
Do you know what comes in easy second? Government cheese. Dude, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
That stuff is good.
Yeah, government cheese. That is one of the best ones, dude. It's one of the best ones. You definitely love the government cheese.
Comes in that really nice, colorful, attractive brown labelless container.
Dude, have you ever had Limburger?
I don't know that I have.
See, I think Limburger cheese would be something that would not go good on Thanksgiving. I like Limburger. I like it a lot. I will put it on sandwiches. I'll just eat handfuls of it in my mouth. But on like a Thanksgiving, I don't think so. I don't think that'd be very good. So number 9, green bean casserole.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm with
That's
you.
one of those things like applesauce. You can bring that in any, it's vegetables.
I'm going to skip over one of them because it's kind of a double one. This one is one that actually enrages me a little bit. So we're going to go to 7 real quick. Corn pudding.
I don't know that I've had that before.
It's corn casserole. It's like it's corn. It's got like bread and stuff all around it. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think I probably have had it before, but not in a long time. I don't remember what it tastes like.
Dude, it's right up there for me with stuffing. Like I love stuffing. Really? But if I'm caught between stuffing and corn casserole, or what she's calling corn pudding, dude, I don't know, man. Okay, this one she has on there like a vegetable platter. I'll scooch by that one. Creamed onions. Have you ever even had those?
No, I would assume they're just sautéed onions with
buttered cream sauce, pearl onions. Are uncalled for. And they definitely don't do anyone any favors in the breath department.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've never had them. The picture I'm looking at here, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks pretty good. So okay, so we don't really know about that. How about this one? Ambrosia salad.
That's the fruity
one.
Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah, it's like a little side dessert that the kids at the kids table fill their plates with. Now, is that the one with the is that like kind of like the foamy one?
It's got
no. That's the one with the mayonnaise in it, isn't it?
Ambrosia,
like the grapes in like mayo.
Yeah, Jello salad.
Okay, I'm thinking of two different.
It's white. It looks like it's got marshmallows, cherries, grapes, oranges, or something.
Yeah. But I think it has mayo or something in it too.
Does it really?
I think because it's like creamy looking.
Yeah, creamy.
Yeah, dude. Of course, I probably had. I mean, I definitely have gone to Thanksgiving and or Christmas dinners or whatever with that salad. That's like, yeah.
It's funny because we rarely ever have that. Like, if you have a Thanksgiving event or some event where a bunch of people are bringing different kinds of food, sometimes someone will bring that. But in our home, we have pistachio it's the pistachio one. We call it green stuff.
Oh, it's great.
And it's kind of like that, but it's got, man. Dude, we love it. And I know people that are like, oh, dude, no way, never. I'm thinking, you're out of your mind. Green stuff is the best. I think that's the official name.
Pistachio pudding is excellent.
Yes, dude. I love it. I like pistachios in general, too. So, number 3, sweet potato casserole.
I mean, why not? It's a potato. If you don't want your, mashed potatoes, then you can or your potatoes au gratin. You can have sweet potato.
Yeah. Well, this is a controversial question then, and maybe our listeners they're going to disagree with us on it, but we'll find out. So, what do you prefer, or if you've ever had them, both of these, which one's better? Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie?
I don't know that I've had pumpkin pie, or I'm sorry, sweet potato pie. I'm sure I have. I can't remember. And when I say that, like, I'm sure I have, I'm thinking of like when I was young and my parents and I would go to the Lutzkes to celebrate, like Christmas or something. But it's not something, if I did have it, maybe I tried it once and never had it again. Even growing up, pumpkin pie was not my favorite. I think it had a lot to do with the texture of it. However, if I did get a piece of pumpkin pie, it would be like 1 part pumpkin, 12 parts whipped cream.
Yeah, man.
It's how I ate my broccoli too. And it's like
with whipped cream,
broccoli, 12 parts.
12 parts cheese. Okay, I was like, with whipped cream, like you're opening up some interesting combinations, dude. I was gonna question your place as the resident food expert. I was like, oh no, we're in trouble, dude. Yeah. So I personally, I like pumpkin pie. I'm not a big fan. Well, let me rephrase this. I'm not a big fan of cherry pie. I don't know why. It's really rare that I've ever been like, oh, dude,
it's
that
very
cherry pie was
rich.
great.
That might be. It's very rich.
And I like tart stuff. What's the one? Oh my gosh, man, not elderberry. Oh my gosh,
boysenberry, rhubarb.
I like rhubarb. I like with rhubarb milk. Pie. Yes,
I like rhubarb too, but I like it in a bowl of milk.
Yes, man, 100%. My mom, I asked one year for a rhubarb birthday cake, and that's how I ate it, man. I had the cake right in the bowl, dude. Poured milk right over it.
Yeah,
so it was mushy and stuff
like that too.
Yes, apple pie is good like that. But I'll tell you, I really, really, really like sweet potato pie. I don't know what it is. Actually, I'll tell you, this is my favorite, and I don't know if you've ever had this. It's kind of a rare thing. In fact, I think it's a Muslim thing. I think a lot of Muslims make it. People in the Nation of Islam will make it. That's where we got ours. But it's bean pie.
Never had that.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's like life-changing. It is a life-changing experience, man. If someone's into the texture of pies like pumpkin. If they're not, then it's because it's got that same texture. But they make it with bean. And I'll tell you, man, it is just amazing. The last two, we're down to the last two. Boiled vegetables.
I mean, I don't know. You got all that good food. You could, you know what I mean? It's like you're eating specialty food. And you're just going to heat up vegetables in water? You finally brought out the stovetop stuffing that's been sitting all year in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Promising to make it every other week. And you're finally doing it and you're going to just boil vegetables now.
Yeah. It's all, and it came out of a bag. It came out of the frozen bag, and it's the little cubed carrots, and they've got the green beans and the peas, and they've always got the lima beans that are a little annoying in there. And you're like, who put those in there? It was a prank. How did I get this bag? Chalky bean. I can't deal with lima bean.
Yeah,
I can't deal with it.
They're not that great.
They're not. They're not that great. They
are not very holy. Not the holy bean.
Oh yeah, they aren't, dude. Because the holy bean was kidney, but dude, kidney bean is another one. I can eat kidney bean in chili, but not. And chili. This isn't on the list, but chili is one of those that I'd add with the soup, even though it might categorically be different. But chili, I don't know how I'd feel if someone brought out a bowl of chili to me on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
it'd be better that than Christmas. I think if somebody brought a bowl of chili out at Christmas, I'd be like, I appreciate the idea of something warm.
Me, Christmas, anything goes.
Really?
It's about the getting together in the tradition of getting together and the tradition of giving the gifts and opening the gifts and eating together. Breaking some bread. Thanksgiving is getting together, but getting together for a specific food.
So we're having sea urchin this year at the Lutzke house at Christmas. We're gonna have some sea urchin, bro. What's that nasty fish that is supposedly like the worst tasting
fish?
No, the smell. It's like Iceland or some crap. One of these Nordic places, and you crack it open and the whole house smells like somebody pooped.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's notorious. And people they made videos for a while where they would do it on purpose to buy this thing. Kind of like the hot chip challenge or whatever, where you buy that super hot chip and everything, which I'd like to try that. But I don't know if I'd like to try the fish one that smells like somebody took a dump. I mean, that, you know.
I had a roommate once that I lived with, that lived with me for a little bit, and he cooked, what was it? It was, I can't remember if it was squid or it was octopus, but he boiled it and the house just reeked for a couple of days.
Yeah.
So bad. So bad.
Oh man. Dude, was it on this show where I was talking about putting chicken on the stove after I had put Limburger on it? And the whole, oh my gosh, I don't know where I was. I don't know who I was talking to, dude, because I like Limburger cheese. And so I had it. I haven't had it in a while, but I had the stuff, man. I'm putting it on this chicken, and dude, it was terrible because I put it on the chicken, and I take a bite of the sandwich, and everything was made. It was really great, toasted and everything. And I take a bite out of it, and something was up with that stinking chicken, dude. And I'm like, oh, this ain't good. And so I thought I just hadn't cooked it all the way. And I'm like, man, I'm pretty good at making sure that stuff's cooked all the way through. So I tossed that bugger back on the stove, and not thinking about the fact that I had Limburger cheese still kind of smothered all over it. Mm-hmm. Bro, when that Limburger hit that pan and started bubbling, the whole house, everywhere, everyone was like, and everybody's freaking out. Open the windows. It was so bad. I didn't even like it. And I'm like, what is that smell, dude? And it was really bothering me. And I said, here, cooking it up. And then what was worse, when I'm done, I put that chicken back on and made sure, put the little thermometer in, put it back on the sandwich, took a bite out of it. Same exact thing. It was that, there's a term for it, man, where it's like a chicken breast, and it's something wrong with the actual meat itself. And there's a term for it. My wife knows the term. It's not naughty chicken. I forget what it's called. But anyway, but it's the texture, dude. It's bad. It's not what you're expecting. You wonder if it's not cooked. It is cooked, but it's the texture of the actual chicken itself. And it happens sometimes. It's not very frequent, but you'll occasionally get breast that, you know, because of hormones or whatever, or because of the chicken, that it ends up having that. And dude, I had it. So not only did I go through that and make the house smell like crap, but I did it. And then I didn't even get to eat the chicken. It was so bad. So, okay.
Dude, that reminds me of real quick, before we get onto what are we at, number one? Yeah,
number one. Yeah.
Hot dogs. Before we get to number one, that reminds me of this when we're talking about these smells and sneaking up the whole house. About 25 years ago, I was at our apartment, my wife and I think this was before we were married, at the apartment that I met you at, and I was living at, and we were having a Bible study, and we had candles lit, and we had I think probably incense or something, and there's a living room full of us. Don't remember how many, 8 to 12 probably. We're all sitting there partying with God, and we smell this horrible smell, man. And my friend's girlfriend was there, and she was not I don't know how down she was with what we were doing, but she was more than welcome to, you know, whether she liked it or not, she was more than welcome to hang out. And she clearly wasn't down because she was over in the corner next to the candle, pulling bits of her hair out and burning it over the candle flame. What? And it was stinking up the whole freaking
house, dude. Wow. That's nasty. And burnt hair, bro.
Dude, yeah, burnt hair. It's it made me want to go over to her house when she's having a campfire and piss on it. You ever smelled that?
Yeah, have you ever smelled that?
That's no good.
Yeah, I don't like the hot dogs you have here. I'm gonna piss in your fire.
Dude, that reeks.
Oh yeah, it does. It's stinking terrible. It's stinking terrible. Yeah. Yeah. So number one, canned cranberry sauce. And she was specific about canned.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What? Yes,
of course.
Yeah, that's like saying, you know, jarred gravy or canned gravy. It's like, who hasn't had that at some point, you know?
Yeah.
Rather than homemade gravy or something, you know. Yeah. It's cut in the slices and you put it on your. Of course, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Who wrote this?
Yeah, who wrote this? Yeah, what is her name? I demand
to know.
What is her name? Rihanna Balomo. We have to actually reach out and say, look, you know, we talked about it. We disagreed with some of your ideas, but we liked some of them. but I do it. I'm a traditional guy, and I try to stay true to the original source of a lot of holidays and stuff like that. In fact, I celebrate some of them not as holidays, but as feasts. And the thing is that, if the Pilgrims and Indians could eat canned cranberry sauce with their Thanksgiving dinner, so can I. And so I'm keeping that tradition. That it's been canned the whole time.
Yep, they were always doing that.
They were always doing it. Oh man. So there it is right there, guys. That is the what was that? 17. I think we only did 15 because a couple of them were like they had caramelized carrots. That was on there. I thought that I got it mixed up. Or was it caramelized carrots or caramelized? Yeah, it's caramelized.
You said onion, but yeah, so
no, it was another one. I was thinking it said caramelized. I thought it was potatoes in the picture.
Oh.
But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I think it was actually caramelized carrots. I don't know why you'd be against that. It goes with turkey. It seems like it would be okay. Yeah. So I skipped over that one. But yeah, so I think we did 15, man.
Now, is this in order? Is this saying this is the number one worst thing that you don't want to have is canned cranberry sauce?
Well, she has it listed 1 to 17. Yeah.
Dude, I'd like to take a poll on that because, I would almost be willing to bet that most of the people who celebrate Thanksgiving in traditional sense with the traditional foods that, turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and stuff. Dude, at least half of them I'd be willing to bet use the discs of cranberry sauce.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just weird. It's weirding me out just like Joni Mitchell's #1 top album of all time weirded me out.
Oh, dude, speaking of, that was the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, man.
Yeah, so that's the end of part 1. And join us for part 2, where we talk about later in the week, where we talk about whatever it is Jeremiah has up his sleeve.
Yes. It's going to be magical, dude. It's awesome. I know you'll love it.
All right.